Alright, so here is the before of my model, and here is me now getting started. So, as you can see, what I am doing is I am taking my clippers and I'm working my way in an upward motion, and I am basically removing all of the hair on the lower half of the sides and back. I've got the smallest guard that my clippers have. I know I'm going to take the lower half of the sides and back nice and tight, and so I've just got the smallest guard on my clippers to go ahead and remove that bulk. Now, what I'm doing is as I'm working my way up the occipital bone, as I'm working my way up the lower portion of the sides and back, I'm taking my clippers and I'm flicking out in an outward motion as I work my way up. What that does is it actually softens the line that I'm creating as I'm using my clippers. And by softening the line, it makes it just a little bit easier to eliminate that line when I work the upper half of the sides and back. So here, I'm just removing all of the bulk. I know I'm going to take the lower half of the sides and back nice and short. And as I work my way up, like I said, just kind of flicking out to soften out that line, at which point I will go through and blend later. And in this particular case, I'm going to use my fingers to hold the hair, and I'm just going to cut the upper half of the sides and back through my fingers using scissors. So I've now put the clippers away, and I'm now cutting the upper half of the sides and back, just simply utilizing my fingers and the comb. I'm just going to work my way around from the right side to the center back, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing on the left side, working my way to the center back. And again, I'm just taking the hair as short as my fingers will go. So if you've got small, petite fingers, it's probably going to cut the hair a little bit shorter than my fingers. Depending on the size of your hands, depending on the size of your fingers, basically right here, I'm just trying to remove as much of the bulk as I can, but still keeping a little bit of length, which is pretty much the depth of my fingers. Now that I have cut the sides and back, I'm now going to cut the top. I'm basically right now establishing the guideline for the length of the top of the hair. Now, once I finish cutting the top, it will then be time to blend the top with the sides and the top with the back. So right now, I'm simply just combing the hair straight up in a square shape, simply just cutting the top very little. I like the length that we have on top right now, so I'm not taking a bunch off. But as you can see right there was my center section to create my guide. And now I'm going to go through and cut the rest of the top, basically matching the length of the guide that I just cut. So now it is time for some scissor over comb, and for any of you who've ever watched any of my videos, you know that one of my favorite techniques is scissor over comb. I absolutely love doing scissor over comb. It reminds me a lot of like sculpting a statue, whether artists who sculpt statues in stone or wood, they don't just whack off pieces of material, pieces of wood, pieces of stone in one shot. They chip away, tiny little pieces, chip away, until they get the actual look that they're going for. Whether they're sculpting, a deer or a human or whatever it is that they're sculpting, whatever statue they're sculpting, they chip away tiny bits of pieces until they get the end result that they're looking for. And that's what scissor over comb basically is in hair. I'm just taking away tiny little pieces to establish the end result that I'm looking for, and I really enjoy it. I realize that clippers are much faster. Scissor over comb is obviously a much slower technique. Having said that, it's not always about speed. Sometimes it's about what you enjoy. And so in this particular case, I like doing scissor over comb, which is why I do scissor over comb. So now I'm simply just combing the bangs straight forward and dusting off the ends, taking very, very little off. I'm just basically strengthening up the outline. In the event, my model has the wind blow his bangs down or he goes to the swimming pool, it's just not going to look long and stringy and wimpy. It's going to look thick and fuller, and then I'm going to layer the bangs as well just to lighten them up, so that it makes styling the hair in an upward motion much easier by simply just knocking off that tiny little corner that I'm doing right now. We'll just layer the bangs just enough so they're not going to be heavy and laid down. Now I'm just working my way around the outline with the trimmers. I'm just cleaning up around his ear. I'm going to clean the hairline, working my way from the right side of the head all the way around to the left side. we have come to the end of the haircut. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please don't forget to put them down in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And I want to thank you guys so very much again for watching.